In this episode of Project Marsha, we're going to get into fixing the trunk pan. Alright, we're back working on Marsha here. We're going to try and get this trunk pan cleaned up, fix the rust holes that are in it, and go ahead and seal up every place that it's got some surface rust. For the most part, the pan is in pretty good shape. It's got some little holes here and there that we'll take care of. The trunk drop-offs are the worst places and around our wheel houses, which is common on these Mopars. It's where they always rust out. So we were able to acquire some trunk drop-offs off the internet, and like the rest of these panels for these cars, there's something to work with, but they're not exact. As you can tell, this area here is just entirely too long, and it's not tapered the correct way. It's just not right. But we've got metal to work with. We're going to use the top section here because this is where most of our rust is. I've already rebuilt the section that drops off down there and meets the quarter skin. So that's all good. I just need the top part from about where the bumper brace is to the wheelhouse. So I've marked on my panel here what I need. I'm going to go ahead and get this cut out. I need to add a flange to the front like we have on the side here where it butts up against the wheelhouse. And then we're gonna lap this over top of what we've got there. I've got a good edge that's close to the quarter. I can just lay it down on top of there and get it welded in. Again, we're just trying to get the trunk so it's sealed up. We don't have any water coming into the trunk if Kevin happens to be out in the rain with the car one day, and everything will stay dry in the trunk. So we're going to go ahead and cut this cut. We'll get our old metal cut out, and I'll bring you back once I got everything fit up. Hey guys, I just wanted to take a minute and talk to you about a website that I've been involved with for a couple years now. It's called Mopar Connection Magazine. This is the only online daily Mopar magazine on the market, and it comes free to you in your email. You can catch all the videos of Project Marsha on there, plus a lot of the other project cars that they have going on. And one of the things that they have too, they have a really nice web store where they've got t-shirts for sale and other things that you can buy that will help support all these projects and also help keep the magazine coming to you free of charge daily. So go over to Mopar Connection Magazine at www.moparconnectionmagazine.com. Check out their web store and get yourself a shirt. Alright, I've got my piece put in the trunk here. Went in pretty well. I just tacked it along the edge here for now, and I've got this side left undone. As you can see, the trunk moving here, but I'm going to use the other section of my trunk drop off to put along the edge here like this, because this is kind of rotted out here. So we'll fix all this. We'll cut it back about 3 inches or so, and that's the way too it'll give me the factory type flange to weld the two pieces together. And then we'll get my other pieces that I have for around the wheelhouse area to fix up that, and that'll leave this side of the trunk just about finished up. Just have to do some finish welding, and we'll move on to some other sections. Alright, so I had a little bit of change of plans in here with this trunk patch, and instead of doing a short strip here, I brought in my trunk pan that I had acquired basically to use this radius around the wheelhouses. And I got to thinking, well, why don't I just use this whole piece and replace this section of the trunk? But the radius is a little different on a C-body than a B-body, so I've had to just section this out a little bit to get my radius different. I cut this piece up here. This was out here like this, so I've had to move this in to lessen the curve, and here I've cut it along here to move this back just a little bit, and it fits pretty well now. It's really close. It just needs a little bit more tweaking to get that to fit right. Now with the other side, when I do the other side, what I'll do is I'll replace the trunk pan first, and then once I rebuild the outer wheelhouse, I'll build it to the trunk pan, because it really doesn't matter if it has the original radius or not, just as long as the trunk is sealed. Alright, I want to bring you back. I've been hard at work on this trunk pan. Got a little ambitious with it. I went ahead and fixed a couple of sections here in the middle. We had one, this piece here has a reinforcing rib in it, and it had quite a few holes in it along there, so I replaced the entire strip. The upper one there, just a half of it was perforated, so I only did half of that piece. And the rest of this, what you see as far as rusty metal looking, is all surface rust. There's no holes. There was a small hole here that I welded up. And then I got ambitious and I went ahead and I put in the right side of the trunk pan. Now, if you have a C-body car and your trunk is in bad condition, I will tell you this: you can section out a B-body trunk pan and you can use it to repair your C-body trunks. And if you thought your C-body had a bigger trunk than a B-body, well, I'm going to tell you something. It's not that much bigger lengthwise. It may be wider, but lengthwise it's the same length. This is my pan. If you can see here, this is the back section of the pan. I left the entire pan in because this whole area here was bad and rusty and damaged from the accident. But this pan fit in, matched up with the back of the original C-body pan, and where I landed at the wheelhouse is actually a little bit longer. Now I think the wheelhouses are bigger in a C-body car than they are in a B-body, but that there just shows that you can get away with using a B-body pan if you section it out to repair your rusty, damaged areas on your C-body trunk. Alright, well that's going to do it for this video with Marsha repairing our trunk pan sections that we needed to get fixed up in here so we can start moving on with the quarter panel repairs on the right side. I hope this will help somebody who's dealing with a C-body car. Again, there's not a lot of stuff out there available. It's about adapting what is available, making panels as you need them, and getting things fixed up. So please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit that like button. It really helps. Leave me a comment about what you've seen here. Again, you can also check out these videos on my channel, All Classics Restoration, and also on Mopar Connection Magazine at www.moparconnectionmagazine.com. You'll find all the Marsha videos in there with all the other project cars being worked on. Be sure and subscribe to the magazine too. Then you'll get them videos sent to you right in your email. If you haven't hit my bell notification, please do that. This way you'll see all the new videos when they come out on Marsha, and we'll see you again soon.